Well, g'day tubes, how's she going? Look, I got a kit. We actually, well, everybody knows Canadian Tire in Canada here. We have Canadian Tire sells automotive mostly stuff and household stuff, everything. They, our store here has a little bit of gun stuff, but not like the Alliston store. And I got saddened last night. We went up all the way up to Alliston to look for gun kits, and yeah, we found one, which is good because the whole, we'll look at it in a second here. But the thing was, they are getting out of their stuff. I'm like, oh, you guys are like the only good gun store around here. But anyways, we can do pistols on this. 22, 338 to 357, 9mm, blah, 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 you know, all up there. Rifles, 17, right up to 50 cal. Shotguns, 410, which I have. I have a 20 and I have some 10 or 12 gauge. Muzzleloader, even have one of those too. And it's a 45 caliber, actually, not 50. So, but anyways, let's crack this open here and check her out. Nice little kit. Alright, so about $100 for this kit. I didn't think that was too bad, and it comes in a nice bag and everything too, or a box. So we'll get rid of the zip tie, and it's kind of nice, like I say, yeah, it's nice to have everything all in one kind of thing here. So, alright, what are you hanging on to? Oh, I am so dumb. There we go. Alright. That's a pretty nice kit. So, I would like to thank the person from the last video we did here. Oh, some stuff kind of fell apart here a little bit. For telling me about the, oh man, this really fell apart. About the way I was cleaning the gun and not to swab down and back up. Honestly, yes, you are 100% probably right, but I've done it this way, that way for quite a while and never had a problem. So, but maybe I'm creating a problem that I won't find till later, kind of thing, right? I guess that one went. No. Am I missing something? Oh no, there he is. There, little wee guy. He got away on us. So those are all plastic. Yeah, not crazy on that, but stop moving, will ya? Now these ones, where on earth did these ones go? There's all the little brushes. I almost think, oh no, there's a brush that escaped over there. Escapee. They're not labeled on here, which I'm not super crazy about. Now these ones, they must have been just in with these, I guess. Okay. So, wow, that's a really tiny one. That would be, Just trying it in the end of the, yeah, that must be the 17. Now, I'm not crazy on these little ends. I don't know, they're maybe kind of chintzy. But it doesn't look like they give me an end for the 17. I'm just going to slide this over a little bit here. I'm going to fight with it now. Yeah, that's the only end I've got for the 17, I guess, then. It's this tiny little wee guy. Guess that's it. Boy, that's it's not good because I break that off, then I'm kind of screwed again, right? But rod-wise, hoping this one will fit. Yeah. Beautiful. So for that one, we're going to need this little T-handle. Probably the other fitting too. Boy, these things are jammed in there so good you'd almost be worried about bending them. Holy smokes. Super nice. Great. Okay. Now this looks like the little swabber for the 17. Let's just see if that... Nope, that don't fit there. So we don't have a swabber, I guess, for that. That's sort of interesting. We should have this brush here, though. I think that should fit. Yeah, that'll fit, so that's good. We got a brush. So, going back on what the comment was, see, I was starting at the end here and then going through and then dragging the patch back through again. I don't myself really see why that would make a difference, because I'm pushing it through and it's getting the dirty, but then it's pulling it through the other way and it's getting the other clean side of the cloth and dragging it through. But maybe there is something to... The comment was about the rifling and kind of taking the grooves out of the rifling, but I'm like, if you go up and down with one of these brushes, is that not going to be damaging to it? Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Like, you know, I have no full proof on it, so I don't really know, but... Well, that probably won't fit. I don't know what that little guy's for, but an adapter, I guess. Guess if you want to use... Oh, I see. Oh, wait a minute. You could adapt this to this. And is that for bigger stuff? Yeah, so you could put that guy on if you wanted to use the small rod for the... I don't know why you'd want to do that, but... Interesting. Now this will do shotgun stuff too, so I guess you use these rods, we'll say, but then, you know, of course that's miles too big, right? So you have to adapt from this into the big 12 gauge one with, of course, the other rods on too, right? Then you got your brush for that. Well, that's kind of cool. Pretty nice little kit here, actually. Pretty decent little kit. Now, I'm not 100% sure what those are for. Is that, you put that in the breech there, maybe? Boy, you wouldn't get that back out again, I don't think. And there's another little pusher guy for something looks like the 410 size. That's probably what that's for. I wish these were kind of labeled, but let's see here. They might have a label on here. Yeah, it says a 12, so 12 gauge. This is probably another 12. Oh, 50. Okay, I don't understand that. Is that a 20? 20 gauge, yeah. This would be the 41, 410 maybe. 30 cal. And 22 cal. But then we got these ones too. What are these? 45. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. 38. We're doing pistols too, right? And this should be the 17. Yeah, 17. I don't know if you can see that on there. I can barely see it, so... So that's good. Then we got these scrubber brushes. I'm going to use that for my teeth, I think. Hey, that's a good one. No, I'm just kidding. I'd need the brass one for my teeth. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing you. Oh, get in there. Okay, so that's pretty good. I just don't know why everything was kind of all over the place. It's like it's not super set up, but we can get a whole bunch of these little pads too, and that's all right. Cut them to size, I guess. Now these guys, are these guys marked too? 24, 22 cal, I guess. 45, 38, 22 cal. These ones turned like a brass. 20. And 17. Okay. Super nice. And we got some more of these, and that one's a 27. So pretty good little kit though. For, I mean, $100 comes with some oil too, and what is this stuff, like a nitro solvent? Oh, it's not very full. It's like filled up to about there. Board cleaner is probably the same thing. I won't open that one yet, I guess, but anyways, I still got stuff here that I can use yet. Nitro solvent board cleaner works pretty good. This thing's probably not going to be terrible too bad anyways, but one other thing, I did watch a couple videos, because I've cleaned lots of guns and never had a problem, but I thought, I'm going to watch some videos, some gunsmithing videos, and they were actually just using, see, I was using the little hoop guy the other day, these little guys, but it looks like they didn't give me one of these. That's for 22, there's not a real small one, unless I'm just not seeing it laying here somewhere, but I do have a smaller one that'll probably fit in these rods that I could use that swabbery tool thing for. But what they were doing was putting on a little wee patch on the front of the brush with some solvent on it, and then shoving that down, and then taking the little these one of those, taking that off again, and then dragging the brush back through, and then doing it again, putting another one on, and then through. So they're kind of brushing in at the same time. So I'm like, well, maybe we'll try that. So I guess we'll throw this guy on here. And I've got other stuff here. I'm not going to use this solvent and this cleaner and stuff. So yeah, we'll put that off to the side for a minute and give this a try here. Let me grab some little wee guys here, because this is going to be pretty small. So I'll grab a little stack of these, and it should be good. We'll see how dirty this feller is. See how dirty she is. Alright, so we're going to pull this bolt out of this guy. You got to put him to fire, unfortunately, just to release the bolt. And we'll pop the magazine out too, I guess. Sweet little magazine. I love this gun, it's great. So I did watch some other videos on how these guys, professional gun cleaners and gunsmiths, how they clean their guns. And he was basically, like I say, using this little brush, right? And putting on a patch right on the end, which I thought was interesting. So we're going to try that this time around. Now, I know what you guys were saying about the way I was patching and then out and in and out and in and out. Thing is, you got to remember with these things. Oh, sorry, get some towel. You got to remember with these things, they spin. So it's not technically going to hurt the rifling that I can see, because these things have a spinny handle on them. Like, these things spin. So as I'm pushing it in, I'm holding it, and it's finding that rifling and then spinning it, and then spinning it backwards too. It's not like it's holding it still and then, you know, like that. So, but anyways, I've cleaned guns like this forever and never had a problem. So, just saying. Ooh. That's a tight bore on that one. Okay, so what they were showing was, ooh, that barely just made her out the end. They'd do this, and they'd pull the patch off the end, and then that's actually not too bad. Kind of surprised. They'd pull the patch off the end, and ooh, this actually started to untwist itself too. Now, they never took the end off, but I'm going to take the end off and then not pull it back through with all that strain again, right? So I don't think we really need a brush. Oh, just dropped some stuff. So we're going to grab out the little guy here. We'll put this one back in. Yeah, so now this didn't come with the 17 for there, but it come with this little guy. And I don't know about that. That's pretty darn small. Let me grab my other one here, maybe. I think I'm liking this one better. Maybe it'll screw onto the end of this thing. I don't know. It may not. Oh, yeah, look at that. Actually worked. Okay. So now this thing, unfortunately, it doesn't really have a nice stab and spear on it. So I don't know how well that's gonna work. Well, you know what? Let's just try this one. It's got a little bit better stab and spear on the end of it. But I'm a little bit leery of it being so thin and being okay. Maybe we'll just run a dry one down here because we ran. Well, no, we better try another little bit of this nitro solvent here. Now I've seen something interesting too, that they were. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Well, that one just doesn't seem to be happy in there. Okay, the brush went down, but that one, for some reason, doesn't seem to want to fit down inside here. Seems alright there. Maybe I'll just try a dry one here. It might not be too happy with that, I don't know. No, I don't want to force anything. Interesting. Oh, now I went and got the thing stuck. It's stuck inside the back here. Okay, got that guy pushed out. Okay, it didn't seem to like that for some reason. I don't know why. So maybe we'll try back to the brush again. It's interesting because that should fit down there, but for some reason it didn't seem to be liking that. So we'll grab one little swabby. With swabby. With swabby. Just a little bit of the nitro cleaner. We'll try that down there again. That one seems to go. Oh. Alright. Now what those guys were saying that I was watching is once you get it down to like this, maybe try one more, but once you got it down to like the dark, well, sort of gray colored, he's like, that's probably enough cleaning. So I might just try a dry patch here now. There was a funny comment too left. No, you guys can comment, that's fine. I don't get upset when you guys comment, but one comment that I thought was funny, he's like, what was it? Oh, cleaning, oh, the cleaning. I'm like, oh, what? You know, you guys put comments like that, but you don't leave a description of what. You know, it's just like, oh, the cleaning. And I was like, I think I just put an okay question mark. And it was like, oh, the sounds of the rods going up and down. I'm like, well, you can't really do much about that. Sorry to say, but oh, come on. Can't really do much about the rods going up and down. This thing, I don't know if it would survive actually going up and down because it seems to unthread itself a lot, but we're getting quite a bit of dirt here now, it looks like. So that's good, I guess. We're getting some out. And this is a stainless steel barrel in this thing, so it should be fairly clean, I would assume, down in there. I just get leery of these tiny little rods. See, now this is spinning. You can't see it, but I can feel the rod spinning, and this handle stands still when I'm shoving it down here. So I should, I don't think there's anything I can really stick on there to show you that it's spinning, but I can feel it spinning here, so it's following those riflings. Yeah, that's funny. It almost unscrewed it again here. Alright, that's coming out not too bad. I think I'm going to maybe just give it one more. These things don't seem to want to let go too well now. I'm going to give her one more here. And we'll run some oil down her, although this, like I say, shouldn't really matter because it's stainless. Stainless steel barrel. That's actually the first thing I saw about this gun. I like the caliber. I'm like, ooh, 17 would be kind of neat, something to get into. So that was the first thing, and then I seen this stock on this thing. I'm like, oh, that is pretty nice. Need to get that. And then the stainless steel heavy barrel was the next thing. I'm like, that's pretty cool too. I got sold. Oh, that goes. I got sold pretty good on this gun pretty quick. It was kind of neat. So. And pretty darn accurate, I'll say. We'll take her out to the range one day here for you. Shoot some 17 HMRs, but yeah, it's still a little bit dirty. Interesting. I'm going to have a look down her here now and see what I can see here. That's probably pretty good, I think. Looks nice and clean and shiny to me. So we'll run some oil down her now. That's so funny how that other little guy wouldn't fit in there. I don't really know why. And the lid for this guy before I dump this a lid, and I have done that before. And they go all over the bloody place. We'll oil her up here. Yeah, with this one you really don't need to do this, but still quite dirty in there, surprisingly. You wouldn't think it would progressively get worse. But maybe we'll run another one down. Got lots of patches and lots of oil. And still getting stuff out. Man, you'd think eventually you'd catch up to her, but I'll just say one more. Well, boy, still getting some. I can't believe it's still that dirty, but after all the swabbing we've done, but maybe I'll just put a dry one through and see what we get out. Yeah, the guys I was watching though, they were pulling this off on the end and then just dragging the brush through again. I'm like, I kind of like the idea of threading it here. Still got some junk there. You know what? I might just, she'll stay tight for me here. I might just drag her through again. Now this is spinning. It's not sitting still, it's spinning. When I'm pulling it back, it's spinning and following that groove, so no need to worry. It's not going to hurt nothing. It's following the grooves. It's not going to cut you new grooves or anything in it, right? Okay, we'll do one more here. I think that'll be good. Maybe. Well, I'm getting more dirt out though than with without the nitro, but that should be all right. Like I say, this thing's stainless, so should be good. But we got some progressively dirty patches here. I'm kind of surprised. Ooh, look at the stuff all in my hands from the rods, maybe something. Ew. That's kind of gross. I maybe should have had a pair of gloves on. And this thing too, being stainless, is nice. You don't really need to use these polishing cloths on it, but I will. It should be all right. It's super hard to get into the gear, into the action, to actually get anything cleaned out in there, but got a little bit of muck in there. And it's actually fairly dirty. Surprisingly fairly dirty. I'd have to probably pull the scope off and get in there enough. What have I got here? Being stainless, you don't really have to worry about it a whole lot, not as much as the other stuff. So check the extractor here. Looks good. That's what grabs onto the back of the shell when you slam her in. There we go. Put that feller back in. Why won't you go on safe? Okay, so that should be good for the 17. Sweet. Okay, so we also have the nice 22. This is a Stevens. I keep forgetting the model number. Stevens model 305 22 Winchester Magnum, which is basically like a 22, just longer. Quite a bit more pop if you guys watched that video. Got a little bit of surface rust coming there. I'm not super crazy about. It's not too good. Well, that bolt out. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. This might need a little bit of tending to, a little bit of surface rust on them there. Well, it's not terrible bad yet, but this is a short little barrel, and this guy, where's my tape? So we'll say breech to muzzle's about 13 and a half, and that's factory stock. He's a shorty, and not super accurate, but not too bad. Okay, so we might get away with this and only one rod. We can get this out. Should be the right one. Yeah. And 22 caliber. Well, let's try this in here first. Maybe not quite. Oh geez, no, I'm moving stuff. Stuff's catching my arm and oh my goodness. Might need the last rod just for a little bit extra. Not quite enough. That felt a little tight in there too. Just want to have a look down here quickly. Oh yeah, it's a little dirty, but not too bad. Alright. Interesting. Why does that not want to thread on that? This is already bent. It's not good. For some reason, this doesn't want to thread into here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so same size patches. And a little stack of them out here. Where'd they go? Get another little stack of them. So, get some nitro. Should actually probably run just the brush down first, maybe here. It's spinning. It's spinning in my hand. I'm not holding it stationary. Put a little bit of this stuff on. Oh no! That one's in the bottom of that thing now. Oh, that's enough. Oh, geez. Getting all over the place. Can't take me nowhere. And a little dirt on them. Getting a lot of this crap in there, though I don't know if that's so good. I need something small. A little dirty in there too. Not too bad. Alright, I think I'm going to go to the clean patches now. Do a nice clean swabber down through there. Spinning in my hand. Short barrel. Yeah, I think that's probably pretty good. We'll go to the oil now. The lid on this stuff before we drop her in. A little bit of pitting. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with that. You know, almost have to get take it apart, like take it right apart and clean it off with some steel wool and get the bluing off it here and then re-blue it. Should kind of do that before I get it, you know, too pitted up kind of thing. Maybe for now I'll just get a nice one of the bigger whites here and give it a good going over with the oil. I think one more should be good. I'm still getting a bit of junk there, but let's have a look down her and see. It's nice and clean. Alright, so I got a bigger patch here. That's more like for shotgun stuff. It says 30 to 45 caliber too, but it's a little big. You can cut them down though, right? But I think I'm just going to give it a little extra rub down here, because it is kind of damp down in the basement here where I got to store these things, and be interested to see if we actually get anything off of this or not. You can't get, you know, between the stock and the barrel though, so that kind of sucks, but and that should help. I'll just clean the bolt here a little bit too, maybe. And I don't know if I can get in there. That patch that went through should have left a little bit of a film in there, but we'll just see if we can get her in there a little bit. Well, that's not too bad. Give this guy a little bit. Try not to touch it if I don't have to, but oh, thing right out. And we'll fire the bolt back in him here. Pretty neat little gun. Be neat with a scope on it too, maybe, but a little bit of rust on the bolt there where it's sticking out a bit too there. I might have to, I don't know. And I'll maybe just go over it with this and everything else, even though this one's a synthetic stock. Yeah, that should be good. Alright, we'll slap her away. Alright, we got 30-06 here again. We shot, what, 3 out of it? You shot 3 out of it? I think Dylan shot 3 out of it. So it's probably not terrible too bad. What's going on the side? What?
Lift the lever up on the other side.
Oh, that's right. This one's, I forgot all about it. I can't see it, that's why. There. That's it. Forgot all about that. New guy here. Okay, so we got to change this out now. I believe it's this. No. It's another 22. Might be that one. 27. 30. Big feller. I don't think you'd want to get hit by one of those 30s. That would suck. Now, it says that's a 30 cal patch. It seems awful huge to me. I don't know about that, but we'll try her, I guess, and see what happens here. 17, you cut it in in half for 243 to 7mm, 30 to 45 cals the whole thing, and then a little corner, which is basically these, for a 17 to 22. So okay. So yeah, we didn't shoot this a whole lot. I'm just going to look down here and see what this is looking like. Oh, that's not too bad. I think I'm just going to oil it actually. It's like no dirt at all in it. So we're just going to oil this one, I think. Like I say, being in the... Oh, someone loves you, Dale. Being down here in the basement, I really want to kind of over-oil it. Now, that might be a little bit too over-oiled, but... Holy smokes. Ugh. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. That's not too bad at all. They burn fairly clean, I think, these things, so I'm not going to worry too much about that one. We'll put her back together, I think, and good to go. Lock that feller back down. And yeah, that's not too bad at all. I'm not too worried about that. This has got like a... I don't know what kind of finish you'd call this. It's different. It's like almost like a powder coating or something. So I'm not too concerned that it's rusting. It doesn't show anything on it, so it's... This is the Remington Model 710. We'll just flab a bit of stuff on it. This might be nice to redo the stock on it and do an actual wooden stock for it. There we go. That one looks pretty good. Alright, then we took out the old... What the heck is this thing even? I don't even think it has a name. I just call it a cooey. Doesn't really have a name unless it's under the stock. But it's really needing... you can see there's a big chunk of rust there coming on. So I'm going to actually strip this one down, I think, today. Kind of see what's underneath of them. This is basically that one where you gotta load your shell in, push it, lock it down, then you pull this back, and that activates your hammer. So you pull your trigger, and then boom, it fires that down, and then boom, it works. But it's getting pretty tired. I think someone must have broke the bolt off at one time or another there, the little knob on the end of the bolt, and just kind of cheesily welded something back on. But maybe I'll even change that. I don't know. We'll see. Poor old thing, eh? Oh man, she's had a rough battle, but we're going to pull this actually apart here. And I don't have a bluing kit with me. I might have to go up to Cabela's again to get a bluing kit. Thanks, Dill. Oh man, these stupid things. So I don't know exactly how many screws are holding this, but there's one, I guess, here. Let's see what this does. That's it. One screw holding her into the stock. Holy smokes. Alright. It's actually not even going to come out of there. Stock, I think itself is fine. I'm not going to do anything with that. We'll leave that as is, but the rest of it here, I'm going to have to probably do a bit to it here. Does that actually come off too? That does. Wow. I have to make sure that gets back on right. Takes the barrel right out of the thing here. I'm kind of surprised. Probably won't be able to get this apart though. It'll be all gummed up for years. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna just pull that off real nice. There's a lot of goop in there. Well, maybe we'll just leave that alone then. This trigger mechanism, I gotta maybe watch that I don't lose bits and pieces off of that, because there's a couple of springs and stuff in here, and you know, that's putting pressure on your trigger all the time, right? So that basically has a lock. I don't know if you can see it. Let's get you closer here in the light better. So this little mechanism down in here, part of the trigger assembly, so it locks the bolt back when you've got it cocked, so as soon as you pull the trigger, it releases that guy there, and then lets that bolt fire forward. Because this thing's under a bit of spring tension too, and it's getting held in there. So I'll pull it back. I'll pull it here. Boom. Pretty cool how they all works together. But getting that little that guy apart, I don't know. I might just maybe leave that alone. I can blue all what the outside is here anyways, so it's not a big deal. But I'm gonna have to get some probably some really fine. We can take that sight off the front here. Probably some really fine steel wool and stuff. This little kit I got here didn't come with anything like that, but sure we can get some. I'm gonna take this sight off here too. Oh, got a different screw. Okay, I've got to change that. And I'm gonna have to get a bluing kit. Oh, I might not get that sight off. Not a very good screw in it here. Nope, I'm just gonna end up wrecking that, so. Oh, wait a minute, I can see a number here. This is a Ranger 22 cal. Oh, it's stuck. Guy just hammered it. Ranger 22 cal. Ooh, S dot, maybe 1 dash something R. If I clean that up, I might be able to fix that. See what it says, but anyways. Getting that guy off of there might be a little more challenging. Let me do something we probably shouldn't do here. It's not accurate anyway, so. Oh, Paisley didn't like that. Let's see if this will help at all. I might have to soak it for a bit. Oh, she's moving. Can't believe that come out. See, a little bit of compression, boom stuff. And off she come, just like that. Boy, that's been bent a few times. That's probably why it's not too accurate. Alright, so that's looking pretty good there. Don't know whether I need to. This trigger has been kind of. I see it's kind of coming out there a little bit. I might leave it alone because it's got these pins that have been peened over. I don't really want to get messing with that. And I think that should be good. Alright, so there's a project. Get her cleaned up and then re-blue her again. Well, they do make a stripper for this stuff. But it's let's see if I can reconfigure these. No, maybe I can't. That's only going one way, I guess. The stripper is very. Can you use that? The stripper is pretty much for the bluing, not for the really. Well, it does do rust removal too, but I might not sure what I got to do. This stuff might not be coarse enough to start with, but I might actually need that stripper. Oh, geez. Yeah, this isn't the greatest of stands for this now, for this kind of stuff, but it's definitely a big chunk of rust on this bottom of it here, so yeah, I'm gonna have to work at this, so this is gonna take a while, but I might have to actually go get the stripper stuff. Just put it right in the sandblaster and go. No, I won't if I do that, but yeah, this is probably not good enough stuff yet, but ooh, that's a big chunk of rust there. Oof. This is super fine stuff too, so I need something, maybe a little coarser to start with. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of work. Get that all stripped down nice again. And then re-blue, but I'm going to have to go find a stripper kit and a bluing kit. I just don't have one of those anymore. So anyways, I guess that's about as far as I can go with that. Maybe just for now, I'll just kind of re-lube this up a little bit here. And at least it won't rust more. Because once you get this stripped, you pretty much got to do her the exact same time. So we kind of figured out this was 1930 what?
36 to 41.
36 to 41 Ranger. Pretty neat. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks again for watching. We will catch you all later, and you guys have a good day.